What's up, everyone? Today, like I said last episode, we are building a 2x2 redstone door. I remembered that at one point I'd already built one for a personal project on a personal world. So this is it. This is the design, and I'll run through how to make it with you guys. As you can see, it pulled down and over to the sides. And when I click this again, it will push it back up to its normal door state. So here, let me just pick up this redstone since I destroyed something that was here earlier. And first, let's build up these supporting blocks for the redstone dust. Boom. Here. Alright. So first, we have the actual system that moves the blocks up and down. So first, I'm going to show you guys how to build a pull down system. First, these ones right here will pull this down. And then over here, we have these strands into observers, into blocks, which will pull them over to the side. And then, here, let me just finish placing this. And then once they get pulled from there, down to the sides, so down, sides, these are gone. We have these blocks down here with redstone repeaters set to 3 ticks for the proper timing, and dust to push these up, which push these observers up here. Then you're probably gonna have to play around with the timing for this, but down here is what activates all of that, and it will activate some redstone over here, and which will trigger these to pull these down. So pull them down, and then these will stop being powered, so these will get pulled down, and then it'll pull these down. Then this will get triggered again and pull these down with a system we'll build at the end. So first, to get the proper timing for this, to get the proper timing for that bottom part, actually, you want to observer into what is this called? Copper bulb. And since copper bulbs aren't bolt blocks, it won't trigger these. And especially since you only want it going every other time. So it'll trigger this copper bulb, which will trigger that, turn that on, which this will see. And you don't want it going twice, because when this is red and off, it will, when it gets powered, this observer notices it, but this doesn't. And then when it gets unpowered, this observer notices it again, even though it's not fully changing state. It's kind of because of that red dot there. So then that will trigger this part. So how about real quick, I build this back up, and we just do a demonstration of the early part to make sure everything's working. That didn't work because I am an idiot and I forgot to place this observer and this block. So now we've got it there. Now power on, pull down, that pushes up. So now if we turn that back to normal, then we go down here. Now we have to get the proper timing for these. So you want to build off 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will do the timing there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 on this side. So now if I trigger this, boom, there. What did I do wrong there? So how about I go down here and build this extra part that I just thought was needed for later, but might be needed for now to get the proper timing. Maybe it was the longer one I needed. I need the shorter ones for later. So, gotta turn this off. Then you can fix that. Then there, down, up, pull down, pull down. Got it. Right? And then from there, I'm trying to remember what I need to grab. Which circuit was it? Was it this circuit? So, no. This circuit moves there and moves up. This is for the ending. This is the ending circuit for when this finally finishes up. So wait, I remember now. So first, let's boom, boom, boom. All right, so that, and now let's fix this. Turn it on. There, boom. Then, what went wrong there? All right, there. Let's just, there. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe I need a block here. I don't remember if it's the on state or the off state. I need the block there. This is on. Okay, so there. I need it there for the closing state. On the, when it was opening, I just saw it pushed it, but that was too, like after this one had already been triggered, so it didn't matter. Right. So let's just try this again. Try to see what's going on. Maybe chunk borders are messing with it, because I know that can mess with it. So first F3 plus G. Let's see where this is in a chunk. So all of this is in one chunk. Okay, it's just this part that's in a separate chunk, so that shouldn't affect it. Wonder what I'm missing. Right. 56. Let's just bring this down, or turn my schematic back on. I had it off. Right. See if there's anything I'm missing. I know this dust isn't important. I forgot to remove it when I was switching some stuff around. Oh, this is supposed to be at a longer delay. That's why. This is supposed to be at max delay. That's what was wrong. So now, here, we, boom, there, and now fix this. Boom. This is probably just in the wrong state, because it has to be certain state for it to be triggered at the correct time. So, there, that's done. Boom. Right. There. Maybe messing with this probably switched that copper bulb there. So now instead of it being when it turns on, these probably get triggered when it gets turned off. So yeah, yep, that's exactly what happens. So there, and then if I place this copper bulb and reset this, there, right, place this up here. Yeah, see, it wasn't supposed to be triggered that time. It's supposed to be, wait, was it supposed to be triggered that time? Here. it was not. Yeah, it's supposed to be triggered now. So I'm going to need to break and replace that. Here. There. See, it worked. Alright, now that we got the working for bringing it down, now we just have to add the systems to put it back up. So initially, when we put it up, it just pushes those two up, and that's it. So we need to re-trigger these again, these pusher ones. And we do that by having it, whenever it pulls down, it triggers this system that flip-flops that block back and forth. This block back and forth. So only when it's retracting, it's down. And then away from it. And when it's pushing it back up and closing it again, this will push here, which will push these again, pushing it up one. Since as you can see, it's already really close to where it needs to be, just by one block press. Now, if we reset it and pull it back down again, and then this just pushes us back. And I didn't set this up correctly, because this didn't get moved. I forgot a repeater in here. I realized what I did wrong. I just forgot to add that repeater. Right. It's there. So boom, it gets all retracted, and that gets pushed back to there. And when I press this again, boom, that just marked it. It goes up, and that pulls it back, and now it's closed. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Guys, if I figure out how to leave the schematic in the description, I'll leave it in the description, like a download for the schematic or download for the world or something like that. But I make no promises. But I do hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys understood. I hope you learned something new. And make sure you keep on gaming, Gummers.